Wow, it's so crazy. My mom is always like, who is it for? Because she's always like looking at all of the residential housing going up, right? Like, as we all are. Um, Recently, North DeKalb Mall, I saw is supposed to be like demolished by the end of this year. And I'm
Mm.
like, that's the mall I grew up in, like paying all my friends, putting together one movie ticket and somebody going to the back door to prop it open so we can come in. And I'm like,
Don't incriminate yourself
I know,
now.
exactly. I mean, that's what I heard from my friends. I mean, I wasn't there or nothing. But the question, who is it for, right? Like, I am total agreement that Atlanta has so much potential. Like, the potential is immense, but who will inherit it? And we will ensure that Atlanta's youth, receive their inheritance. I want you to talk to me a little bit more about like this immense potential when it comes specifically to like education. Like, what do you think Atlanta needs right now when you look at our public school system?
We need a world-class education in Atlanta. The airport is the busiest airport in the world.
Hartsfield Jackson, yeah.
Right? And so when you're thinking about who is here, who comes through here, what Atlanta influences, which is everything, right? We have a lock on the global economy and the global market, right? Influencing everything. We forget that the culture that we say influences everything came from poor communities in Atlanta and across Atlanta, in Decatur, and Lithonia, Stone Mountain. Right? And they came from kids who are in our schools, learning how to read, write, and understand the world around them, who had questions about that world around them. And our kids are growing up in Atlanta and have questions about the Atlanta around them that doesn't make sense to them. Right? But we have left the time where we have enough community village around to say, hey, we're going to support you to figure out what this thing that you're doing, their artistic stuff or whatever. We're losing the village around kids that will help them become their best selves. And so that's what Atlanta needs, a world-class education and a village around them to make sure that each kid is able to reach his, her, their potential, but also hold them accountable to reach that potential by providing pathways through our city for vocational services or skills, right? Like, how are we training, to your point, like, who are these high rises for? We're not training our kids to take and inherit those jobs to be able to afford those high rises. And so when we say who it's for, it doesn't look like it's for our kids, right? And so if you trace it back to how can we make sure that that becomes true, you have to make sure that every kid knows how to read, that every kid has wraparound services, that they're growing up in a city that sees them as villages and not as nuisances on the corner who are trying to survive, and that we do commit to, as a city, a world-class education in a world-class city. We can't have everything else be A1 and our schools suck.
Yeah, absolutely.
That wouldn't make any sense to me.
Absolutely.
Right?
Not.
And so that's what I believe that Atlanta needs. It needs to wake itself up and say, in the year of the youth, in a world in which 5 minutes of your time can change something for 50,000 kids in this city, this is the moment in order to do that.